Hello, hello, hello. Sorry about that. I had a bit of technical issues. I forgot to switch some stuff up. Should be fixed now. Let me double check everything, make sure everything is correct. Da-da-da-da. Yep, Twitch is right. YouTube is probably the one that got screwed over the hardest, though. Okay. All right. Let's start this up. So, what do we got? Munakata. Oh, this is... Okay. So this one's formatted differently compared to the other ones. So the question is, which of these three girls am I going to use? All right. What have we got? Let's see here. Did I buy a Sponge Mario? No, I did not. I did not buy. I'm gonna wait for Marty to become free to play before I buy her with the gems, because the character packages are way too expensive. Like, let me see. Yeah, $45. $45 for that. I'd rather wait 2 weeks. I I do want to try her out, but I'm gonna wait. All right. So my three choices are Sora, Micah, and Uehara Rin. So I'm wondering who I'm going to pick. Um, hmm. So let's see. I got Rin is at 96,700. You know what? Let's do. I feel like Micah. I could do Micah, I guess. Yeah, right now I'm just like building up mats for the characters or for Marty. So when I get her free to play. Some time had passed since Nomad's reputation hit rock bottom. Due to the exposure online of their evil deeds, drug deals, and other crimes thanks to Astaroth. As a result, anti-Nomad protests took place all around the world, and even threats of terrorist attacks were accompanied by them in Japan. Nomad's Japan branch donated a tremendous amount of money to politicians in exchange for protection from the threats, and those corrupted politicians accepted blinded by greed. And since the matter is related to Nomad, they requested deployment of Taimanin troop, especially the experienced task force. The task force deployed 3 people. Oh, hang on. There we go. Chujo Nonao, Sengen Misaki, and Munakata Kozue as the captain. I don't know who Misaki is. Wait, is Misaki... I feel like Misaki is like one of the lolis. Munakata squad safely handled the terrorist attack incident and things settled down. However, they still had a problem. I know Kozue is like one of the teachers and she has like the big flail weapon. The Zavoon and the curse bomb. The mystery of the connection remained unsolved. A Chinatown in a city of Japan. The Munakata squad continued their investigation in a back alley of Chinatown where traces of the curse bomb remained, helping people in trouble. Their objective was to confirm the existence of the curse bomb that dragged everyone's attention during the incident a while back. A curse bomb is a weapon of terror with all kinds of curses, both of Eastern and Western origin, old and new, and upon detonation contaminates the land and people for decades on end. So it's a nuke. Because of this, not even the best shamans can lift the curses in a day or two. The first thing to do is secure the bomb, then take a good look at its structure. The Kozue squad came to this Chinatown because of the information they got while investigating the curse bomb, suggesting a woman was deeply involved with the civilians. Yep, that's Kozue. She's very cute. I like her. I want to head pat her. What is it? Oh, is this like a string of hair? Bummer again. The woman who spoke disappointed was Munakata Kozue. Although she may sound so, she is a part-time teacher at Gosha Academy. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. Although she may sound so. Yeah, these two aren't related. Like, these two sections of the sentence aren't related. Formerly an investigator of the Ministry of Public Safety, she had relentlessly pursued criminal organizations, but was severely injured. That's a typo. Found the first one of the night. And it's only been, 12 minutes in the stream, I think? 14 minutes, technically. I had some technical issues, so this stream is a little bit shorter than it should be. Injured during one incident in which no matter was involved. In the course of the event, she awakened her Taimanin powers, and is now active as one, making use of the skills she learned from her investigator times. Though she has doubt in Gosha's principle, where they send young prodigies to battlefields, talk about atavism? I've never heard that word. Hang on. 1 second. One moment. Atavism. The tendency to revert to something ancient or ancestral. Recurrence of I guess because, like, in previous eras you had to, like, essentially grow up faster because mortality rates for, like, and lifespans were generally shorter, so maybe that's what it means. Kozue pondered to figure out how would the person of interest do, stroking her sharp jawline. Only that gesture was enough for the crude chain on her wrist to scrape on the ground, making a heavy sound. Wait. Sorry. Did I read that correctly? Kozue pondered to figure out how would the person of interest do, stroking her sharp jawline. Okay. This is... Kozue pondered... Kozue thought to figure out, pondered to figure out, I mean, I guess technically that's workable. Figure out how would the person of interest do. What the person of interest would do, I think, is what the Greymore Games, please hit me up. I will proofread your game for you. I will do it for free. Only that gesture was enough for the crude chain on her wrist to scrape on the ground, making a heavy sound. At the end of the chain was a steel ball and chain, which looked so dull and heavy that it was impossible to think such a small 145 centimeter tall girl could carry it. 145 centimeters. So Kozue has a cannon height of 145 centimeters. How tall is that in inches? Sorry, I know freedom units. 145 cm. 57 inches. This girl's like 4'9". What the hell? Damn, she's small. I could pick her up. I'm more than a foot taller than her. A blunt, crude, and heavy-looking shackle. That was the weapon Munakata Kozue uses. I traced the track based on the information from the USB chip I retrieved from the earlier incident and the testimony on the suspect, but those weren't enough for the investigation. Only a few people could join in the investigation in the first place. There are a lot to investigate with only a few leads. Well, I know that's why they sent an experienced individual like me, but I have reports to write. I'm sleepy and exhausted. What am I thinking? Kozue sighed and gently tapped her head not to get distracted. I don't like this line. Kozue sighed and gently tapped her head not to get distracted. Anyway, site inspection is the basics of investigation. Gathering information on the field by yourself is the best way. Further into the alley, Kozue found something familiar. From what Kozue knew, what remained there was the same as the mark left when another curse bomb exploded the other day. Just looking at the stain made by the complicated mixture of curses was enough to make one feel horrible, as if they were spoiled their soul, and a normal person would become ill by approaching near it. Did they write this on a phone? Like, did they use like a phone keyboard or something, and then they just didn't proofread it? Found it, which means someone who planted this bomb is near. This is the fourth one, and if I connect here to the other place where the bomb was used. Kozue took out a mobile device, opened a map of the area, connected the explosion sites she had found so far with the lines. Oh, come on. Greymory Games, please. Okay. Focus. Alright, the center of each explosion site is, let's see. Oh, this is Misaki. Okay, yeah, Misaki is the cute helper girl. I don't like her gun, though. So that's why we are deployed. Thank you for giving me another chance to do good deeds. I'm still not sure if that cynical one and that good deed maniac can make a good team. Kozue didn't say that thought out loud since she believes in their skills despite that. AI would translate this better, most likely. Either that or they are using machine translation and they're just not proofreading it. I wouldn't be surprised if they couldn't get like actual localizers because of what Taimanin is, you know what I mean? Kozue didn't say that thought out loud since she believes in their skills despite of that. Greymory, please. Chujo Nanao is a Taimanin and a middle schooler of Gosha Academy. She's a middle schooler? Huh. I didn't realize she was that young. She's sarcastic, always has low blood pressure, doesn't seem to be excited by anything, and rarely attends class. So-called a delinquent. However, her grades were not something to be worried. And her attendance wasn't bad to fail classes, though barely, so some would say she is a delinquent but keeps everything accounted for. Sengen Misaki is a daughter from the main family of the Sengen clan, a fire art ninja clan which is well known for their the font keeps changing, so it's hard to. Which is well known for their medicine ninjas. Medical ninjas? Is that what they want to say? She is a year older than Fuma Kotaro, the captain of the task force in the academy's medical committee. Having her clan's motto, one good deed every day, as her personal motto, she does good things every time she has a chance and recommends others to do so. People call her the good deed maniac. She's very cute. This is a head paddable girl right here on the right. Personality-wise, they're the worst match, but as Taimanin, their results weren't not that bad. Come on, man. Okay, all right. Oh, hey, it's Mizuha. Misaki-chan is full of energy today, as always. I envy her. Miss Mizuha, how have you been? Same goes to Miss Clarissa and Gwen and Yachio? What the heck? We have more people here? Clarissa? Wait, so if Clarissa's portrait is this tall, wouldn't that mean she's about the same height as, Kozue? Which means she's really short too. I could pick her up too. I was too bored and I extracted data from the surveillance camera around here in advance. Misaki, on your own? Is that also a good deed? Oh my goodness. There's so many typos. I think it'll be okay as long as it's not against the law. You know, time is precious. Use your time wisely and spend the rest of the time in doing good deeds is the real good deed, isn't it? Oh, you enlightened me. Don't agree with her. Okay, she's the type of person who doesn't make strategies unless they understand the minds of the participants. Thank you for the raid, Phoenix. She already fully understood this good deed manic's mind. How many typos is that? I feel like I found a dozen typos already. Should I have like a... You know what? Next time I do Action Taimanin, I'm going to have like a typo counter. Like in the bottom left or something in one of my panels. I think I should do that. Like a typo counter. I need to figure out how to do that. Like a typo counter on one of my panels. Sategawa Mizuha looks young, but she's an adult and a member of HQ staff living in Gosha Village. I wonder how tall Mizuha is. Let me see. Do we have a canon height? Let's see. Satogawa Mizuha. Let's see if we have a canon height for her. You can't really tell because she's like hunched over. So she doesn't have a... Like, her portrait doesn't really help. Okay. There's no canon height for her. No canon height for her. Got it. She's an onmyoji who excel at detecting particles or demonic power, and also a strategist and a priest. Okay. All right. This is getting out of hand. Hang on, I need to get a battery pack for my phone. I'll be right back. Wait, where did I put that battery pack? Oh, it's right there. I brought it to my desk preemptively, so that was one thing I actually did properly. Wait, did I not charge this? Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, fudge, okay. Let me see if I can... Does this one charge? It's not charged enough. Alright, actually I do need to get a battery pack. Okay. This one's charged. Alright, cool. I got my battery pack. Hang on. One sec. I don't want my phone dying in the middle of the stream. She is an onmyoji who excels at detecting particles or demonic power, and is also a strategist and a priest. She also deeply understands folklore. Well, I mean, folklore technically works. Legends of each region and history. Should I make a tweet? Should I just make another tweet with like all the hashtags and stuff and say like, Action Taimanin, hire me to proofread your game and have like screenshots of the stream or whatever? And history of Taimanins. Period. Normally, she works in the underground facility of Gosha, making plans for anti-demon Twitter.com. Post. I've seen a lot of typos on in Action Taimanin, but this is probably one of the worst proofreading. No, let's see. But this is the first time I've seen several in one text box. Greymory Games, please hit me or my manager at Sigrun Eterna up and let us proofread for you. Thank you. Post. That was real-time me tweeting. A so-called leader. I don't think you need a comma here. So Kozue instinctively realized that her being out here means she found the situation was critical. If you need any other information, let us know anytime, okay? Thank you, Clarissa. I think I can find the target fast thanks to your information. Yep. And Clarissa Vanguard. That's actually a really cool name. She's an apprentice of the DSO lab of the UFS. She also worked at the National Aerospace Association of the UFS. NAA, UFS, okay. Working as the operator of the Artificial Observatory I'm pretty sure satellite is 1 T and 2 L's. Or 2 T's, rather. Yes, satellite is 1 T, 2 L's. Well, it's not 2 T's like this, but that is another typo. She lacks social skills since she had worked alone for a long time. Because of her extremely curious personality, she tends to take the quickest action to satisfy her curiosity. The problem is those actions oftentimes have a thin line between legal and illegal. I don't want to know what the implications of that are. Ahaha, it's true that time is precious then. Talking to each other here is also a waste of time, isn't it? Ah yes, I forgot this was Yachio, the giant woman. It is. Getting to know each other is important, but what if a situation that needs all of us... What if a situation that needs all of us happens while we are doing so? That would be a big problem. Ah, she's right. Alright, let's talk business. As Yasuyama Yachio and Gwendolyn Demdike ended the talking, Kozue slightly nodded. Yachio is a Taimanin from the Yasuyama clan from Omi, Shiga Prefecture. However, due to strongly inherited blood of demons, she looks strange even for her big figure. She doesn't look that strange. I mean, she's just really tall. Having as bold a personality as her huge figure, she doesn't care about details. She only roughly analyzes everything and goes straight ahead as her determination. I'm sorry. This is actually getting kind of hard. An honest, moody person. She cheerfully said stop all the fancy words and cut to the chase this time too. On the other hand, Gwendolyn just wanted to know about the details of the operation fast. She is the only and only operator of the anti-demon aerial weapons of UFS Air Force Special Test Wing. Should I read all of these verbatim and sound like an idiot? She is an elite pilot whose operational capability and aerial combat ability are excellent enough to safely escort carriers. She was appointed to against the Air Force of demons and terrorists. Okay, I'm gonna read all of these verbatim and then talk about how bad it is after I read each line. She doesn't know the saying time is gold, but she understands if she has to be deployed to an operation, time is a significant matter. Sorry, I misread that last one. This writing is so bad. Okay, so no, it's not the writing that's bad, it's the English. I get they're a Japanese company, but bro, pay for something like DeepL or something. DeepL, and please proofread everything. First, we need to remind the mission earlier. Do you remember the name Civilian? That is the name of the anonymous group which has been expanding their influence on the internet very fast, if I remember correctly. It is unknown how many there are or who they are. They sound like they're a powerful group, but they're actually just a bunch of people who have a shallow relationship on the internet. It's easy to join them even. Just put certain symbols in your name and announce yourself as a member, and that's it. Oh, so they're basically just anonymous. Leaving the group is also easy. You just delete the symbols and announce you left the group. Oh, sorry. I double-clicked quickly there. You're right. Everything is so simple that's more of a shallow internet group that exploits the herd mentality where people speak louder in a group than an organization. The problem is they went out of control because of the herd mentality. Yeah, that sounds right. You don't need herd mentality to do good things, Misaki. Misaki is cute. Although they go rampage because it's impossible to unify all minds in the first place. Oops, I went sideways again. It was confirmed that a female who was suspected to be a member of the Civilian was around here. Furthermore, the use of several curse bombs had also been confirmed. Hello, Benikage. Curse bomb, is that the chaotic mixture of curses? If that was used, the place becomes inhabitable for human. And several were used? They don't know their limit, do they? They don't. I could narrow down the area thanks to the information Clarissa gathered in advance. Look, this is the university, the center of the places where the bomb was used. As Kozue controlled the mobile device and open a map, a woman's university famous in the local area was marked. That's got to be at least like 20 typos and or like grammar errors, right? At least 20. Next time on stream, will be next week on Tuesday. I'm going to have a typo counter or something, or like a proofreading error. It even played a close-up footage of the females who go in and out of the main gate of the university. Oh, come on. Let's gather information on that woman at this university first. The more we are, the more information we can get. That's why I asked everyone to ask around. Heek. Now, a delinquent who rarely gets along with others made a sound that no one could imagine it was from a girl, but Kozue continued talking as if she didn't hear her. Let's split us in 2 teams and ask around. I'll take Misaki and Yachio. Mizuha, you are the second team leader. Take Nanao, Clarissa, and Gwen, please. Kozue's team started to ask female unis around them as soon as they entered the campus. Excuse me, do you mind if I ask you a question? Oh, a little girl, are you here for the test? No, I'm on an investigation. I heard there's a suspicious person spotted around here. Kozue said, showing her ID as she had done back when she was an investigator. Munakata Kozue. Although she is only 145 centimeters tall and looks about 50 years old, she is an adult. I don't think that checks out. She looks a little bit younger than 15. Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were older than me. Don't worry about it. I get that a lot. She's right, and people always misunderstand me that I'm an adult when I'm still a student. Don't make everything about you. So I would like to ask you a few questions. Do you have time? Ah, yeah, sure. I'm getting used to people being suddenly polite. With that thought, Kozue cleared her throat again. You don't have to be so formal like that. Just a rumor around here is okay. Have you heard the name Civilian? I have. Their name used to be heard only on the internet, but these days students approach people for that matter even in the campus. In the campus? What are their names? Ah, don't worry. We won't tell anyone. We won't do anything that'll harm you. By any chance, this might get me expelled. If that's the case, I can't say that's not going to happen. Depends on how serious it is, but I suppose you won't be expelled if what you know is on the same level as what I am after. Okay. Kozue lied there. She thought it was necessary to have the information she needed. I see. If so, maybe giving you some names would be okay, said the girl, comforting herself, and gave some names. Next is the curse. I mean the contaminated area around here. Oh, you mean the area which suddenly became restricted? Or become restricted? Sorry, I corrected that in my mind. Around the back alley of Chinatown. This is the first time Chinatown appears as two words as opposed to just one. Yeah, right. There. Kozue tried to rephrase the term curse bomb since she can't say the name in front of a civilian, but the girl instantly understood. I don't think I can say anything about it because I've never got near it. Maybe there are some students who went near and saw it out of curiosity on horrifying things. I see. Then lastly, I heard people saw a woman around the contaminated zone. Misaki, who got bored while Kozue was doing the interview, looked around the campus where the normal students go, who aren't related to her anyhow. It was peaceful. No one couldn't care less about the demons, enjoying their school life undisturbed. Oh my goodness. She couldn't help looking at them. For their peaceful atmosphere which cannot exist in the world she knows. While watching the peaceful life in the campus as if it were in the other dimension, before she knew it, she lost the sight of Kozue and Yachio, who were interviewing people near. How do you lose sight of Yachio? She's like 7 feet tall. Wait a second. It can't be. Where did the two disappear? Am I lost here? My goodness. Being lost as an adult, disappointed by herself, Misaki took out her mobile device right away and called Kozue. She wasn't anxious, probably because she is one of the older ones. What's the matter, Misaki? I was worried you suddenly disappeared. Sorry, where are you now? We are in the school gym. Gym? Where is that? Misaki looked around as Kozue explained, but everything looked the same to her as she was in the strange university. Feeling the situation was getting worse, she stopped in just a few minutes. Is it okay if I wait for you? I mentally corrected that one again. Okay. Is it okay if I wait you guys at the main gate? The main gate. Alright, you do your interview there, please. I'm so sorry. After hanging up the phone, Misaki sighed deep to herself, feeling pathetic. It's alright. I know where the main gate is. I just need to trace back. Hold others back from the start. This is far from doing good deeds. Okay. Alright. Oh no. I didn't know I was bad with directions. Despite everything, one thing was sure. She was walking a street she didn't know. Misaki talked to a female she first saw, lost faith in herself. Excuse me. Do you know how do I get to the main gate? I'm new here and I don't know where it is. Huh. A high school student? Are you lost? Well, this campus is quite large indeed. The main gate is... No, let me take you there. You might be lost again if you're not familiar with this place. Ugh, thank you guys. The female choirs who saw Misaki frustrated, lost pride, slyly smiled, and took her to the main gate, comforting her. We are here. I can enjoy my frieds I've lost now. Thank you. Yes, she needed to reunite with her karage. Don't mention it. You gotta help when you see one, right? You're an angel. A real good deed I just witnessed. Good deed? I think it's normal to help people in trouble. And you did it unintentionally. I can't even measure how kind your heart is. Alas, my heart is melting for this high-level good deed. Well, hang in there. What an interesting girl you are. Why don't you join our choir if you choose this school? It'll be fun. I'll think about it, really. Oh, right. Can I ask some questions to you kind ones? Huh, of course. Ask away, cute girl. Here's the thing. Our group is doing an investigation. Like a club activity? Sort of. Misaki didn't deny it on purpose. Well, even if she says, like I'm a Taimanin, actually, that will go, you mean the animation? I didn't know you were a nerd, so that was the right reply. Have you heard the name Civilian? Actually, I heard a rumor that a suspicious woman was spotted near here. Choir A is silent. Ah, there's Kozue. I was waiting for you. One second. Okay. Said Misaki, running outside the main gate. What is going on? Why did she ask exactly us about Civilian? I have no idea. Was our purpose leaked? I don't think so. If it was, there's no way a high school student is interviewing people. Perhaps someone acted out and drew attention. Anyway, we have to do something about this. Let's discuss the matter with everyone. Alright. That was really suspicious. Noticing the kind look of the choir members changed as soon as they were asked, Misaki got away from them and hid. Observing from a distance, the choir members seemed to leave the campus and headed to the back of the campus through an off the beaten path, being vigilante. Chad, I think this stream is going to be longer than 2 hours. I need to leave a message to Miss Kozue and the others. I will go after them and send... Misaki sent a text message and headed to the woods behind the university after the choir members. The woods was deeper than she expected, but it was rather easy to track them. For Misaki, who trained a lot in the forest at the back of the academy as a Taimanin, a deep woods was perfect as it provides many places to hide. The choir members check the surroundings to see if anyone's there upon arriving at a place of pile of stones and raise their hands as a signal. Then a hidden entrance appeared and they went inside through it. A secret passage. In this forest, very suspicious. Misaki starts recording it on her mobile device and shares it with Kozue and the others. Alright then, let's investigate before Miss Kozue shows up. Just then, her device slightly vibrated. Kozue told her to stay put, but Misaki had already come out of the bushes she was hiding from, although she is one step too late. Whose? There could be a hidden camera installed nearby. When Misaki revealed herself, many presents surrounded her shortly after, all armed. They were civilians' troops. Where'd they? There's too many of them. Dang, I forgot how big Micah was. For some reason, Micah feels a little bit less responsive. Like the not grenade launcher, Ruthless Explosion doesn't activate as easily as like other double tap dodge. Did it... Misaki, born into a pharmacist family, is not inherently a combat specialist. Even so, as a Taimanin, she possessed physical abilities far beyond those of ordinary people. Thanks to that, she somehow managed to defeat the civilian unit, but utterly exhausted, she collapsed to the ground on the spot. I'm so tired, but to think there'd be an armed civilian unit in a place like this place is really suspicious after all. The moment that thought crossed her mind, heavy footsteps suddenly thundered closer, accompanied by the sound of multiple people approaching. Judging by their rough movements, it was immediately clear they weren't part of Kozue's group. Freeze! Everyone, hands up! Yeesh? Startled by the harsh voice, Misaki raised her hands. What appeared before her was another armed unit. However, their equipment was that different from that of the civilians. That gear, could it be the Chinatown vigilantes? The midriff is criminal? Why do you say that? Is it because of the fishnets? You wanted to be completely bare, Mothman? Is that it? Well, what? You know, now that you point it out, I'm not sure how I feel about like the fishnets over her midriff there. I do like the fishnets, but I'm not sure if the fishnets are good there. Just as one of the vigilantes declared, they restrained the unconscious civilian soldiers and then reached out for Misaki as well. Wait a second, I'm with the Japanese government special forces. I haven't done anything wrong. Don't lie. There's no way a brat like you belongs to the special forces unit. If you're going to lie, at least make it believable. No way. I'm exhausted from that last fight. I can't resist anymore. Miss Kozue. Her resistance proving futile. Misaki was escorted away by those calling themselves vigilantes. To resist this much, it looks like the intel Misaki picked up was accurate. Fishnet is very fragile and a simple tug rips it. I guess that's true. Yeah, but she's on her own, isn't she? I hope she's safe. After Misaki was taken by the so-called vigilantes, Kozue's group was ambushed by an unknown force the moment they entered the forest. They were equipped only with cheap gear that any civilian could obtain with little money, but there were simply too many of them. They wasted too much time dealing with the attackers, and as a result were delayed in regrouping with Misaki. Okay. So, I thought Micah, Sora, or Rin would appear in this, but it seems like they're not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch characters. And the character I'm going to switch to is... Who do I want to switch to? Let's build up a character that kind of needs building up. So let's do Phantasma. Let's play one of my nuns. Let's see. What's your skill points at? 1300. Okay. Clinging Nightmare poison enemies explodes at the end, dealing knockback. So I don't use Clinging Nightmare on this character. Why not? That's a good question. Let's see. Clinging Nightmare is an assist. So I use Dream Claw. It turns into a melee unit. Or I can use Dream Shadow for range. Let's see, what do I have? Twister Dance? Wait, is that one I'm using? Phantasmal Shades and Slasher Horror. So what's Slasher Horror? Conjures an illusionary claw that swipes at the enemy in the front, performing an area attack. And then, what's the other one I'm using? Phantasmal Shades. Oh, this is a counterattack. Yeah, I don't want that. Clinging Nightmare. Okay. Let's give her a green build, because I think Misaki is green. So, I mean, I know she got arrested, so she's technically on the story currently, but I want to bring her in, and she is a Time of 5 VR unit. Okay, so never mind, I'm not going to use her. I can use Kozue, though. Or I can use Lamarck. I can use Mizuha. Mizuha's good. So I'll put Mizuha on the team. And then, let's see, Kozue, Mizuha, Gwen, and Yachio? Yachio's a protect, though, so I can't use her if I want to... Oh, no, she's assist. There's Vanguard's protect, though. Alright, so let's switch this to Mizuha. Slasher Horror. Do I want to use Slasher Horror? What do I have? Succubus Whispers. Increases attack frequency. Okay, so that's a buff. What's Phantasmal Mirror? This is a perfect dodge attack. What's Twister Dance? Increases damage 20. I think this would be a good setup right now. Clinging Nightmare, Slasher Horror, and Dreamclaw. The Succubus Nun. Let's go. Let's go. Alright. Those claiming to belong to the Chinatown vigilantes had been moving to address the recent problems of terrorist activity caused by the civilians. The civilians are widely believed to be a terrorist organization formed primarily online, but the reality is a bit different. There are people who began acting out of goodwill, believing they wanted to make the world a slightly better place. For example, Nomad, the corrupt corporation whose evil deeds were exposed worldwide by Astaroth's action, became perfect punching bags for the civilians. They skillfully recruited people angered by the rising crime and political corruption caused by the victims of Nomad's actions and the growing number of refugees. Their supporters reportedly range widely from pensioners to elementary school students. Through a globally connected internet, they spread the claim that the world is secretly controlled by evil lurking in the shadows of society, and we are being unjustly exploited by them. They're not anonymous. Not anonymous doesn't do this anymore. I know there was like another like internet group that kind of does this, but I don't know. I forgot what they're called. But they're conspiracy theorists. They cite example. Take my pick. They cite examples of a world where nothing changes if people remain passive, declaring the government won't solve anything. As they called for people to rise up and voice their grievances, protests gradually grew more extreme, eventually escalating into outright acts of terrorism. To them, their actions are justice. They claim they are simply doing what is right to change the world, and such people came to exist not only in Japan, but in UFS. Would it be the UFS? The Chinese Union, and all over the world. There is no purifying force capable of correcting this. Discontent that has swollen to this extent cannot be satisfied, no matter what the government does through politics. Let's see. I'm seeing... Nope. Okay. I was just mistaken something. Never mind. Don't worry about it. False alarm. Vigilante A. By the way, where did the information leak from? Who knows? Well, we've got comrades all over the city. If someone suspicious shows up, we'll know immediately. For now, we'll detain her, extract information, then give her some drugs to erase her memory. Stranger danger. Right? Those people disguised as vigilantes were also members of such a civilian organization. A civilian unit causes trouble, and civilians disguised as vigilantes resolve it, earning praise and trust from the citizens. Once that trust is gained, spreading civilian ideology becomes easy. It seeps into people's beliefs as goodwill and justice. I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think that's gonna work, because if you have civilians playing the bad guys, and then you have civilians playing the good guys, but they're not calling themselves civilians, they're calling them something else, then okay. So you have civilians playing the bad guys, and then you have vigilantes who are also civilians, but then the ideology that people are going to follow are the vigilantes and not the civilians. Even if they have the same ideology, that's just not going to work. Are these guys idiots? Holy crap, these guys are conspiracy theorists. They're retards. Human psychology is simple. People are wary of suspicious strangers, but let their guard down toward those who save them. It was a strategy that expertly exploited the psychological gap. At the same time, whenever something suspicious happened in the city, the vigilantes would be contacted, meaning information about Misaki's group, that is, outsiders from beyond the city, was instantly passed on to the vigilantes, the civilians. Where am I? When the blindfold was removed, Misaki found herself... Look, it's okay to say that on Twitch.tv and YouTube.com, okay? When the blindfold was removed, Misaki found herself in an unfamiliar room. This is our vigilante headquarters. We'll begin your interrogation now. This guy is very, very well equipped for a civilian, basically. Interrogation. I really am affiliated with the Japanese government special forces. Those people over there, are they civilians from before? Don't tell me they really think I'm one of them too. Seeing the civilians were restrained alongside her, Misaki assumed she had simply been mistaken for one of their allies. But in truth, this vigilante group was part of the very same faction as the civilian unit she had fought earlier. The other being detained with her were merely a ruse to make her lower her guard. You said you belong to a special forces unit. Do you have any proof? Well, I mean, she is dressed like a Taimanin. I blurted out that I was with the government unit, but it's probably best to hide the fact that I'm a Taimanin, and the mission details too. As a precaution, Misaki's group carried nothing that could immediately identify them. Still, the specialized equipment unique to Taimanin meant that if she stalled too long, discovery was likely. You can't answer, can you? Of course not, because your claim of being special forces is a lie. It's not a lie. Then what was your unit doing here? Sorry. How many people? What was your objective? Why did you come to Chinatown? The questions kept coming, but there was very little Misaki could decide and answer on her own. Naturally, they had no intention of trusting her, but in truth, this interrogation was nothing more than a performance meant to extract information about the task force. Just then, what's that? Suddenly, a blaring siren echoed through the room. From the interrogator's reaction alone, Misaki immediately understood the alarm signaled extreme danger. This is the first time they've used this screen effect. I actually like it. We're under attack. Someone is assaulting the base. No, headquarters. The chimera bugs they brought have gone berserk and are rampaging inside. Brother, why are you hiring bioweapons? Like, why are you bringing bioweapons onto your base? Don't. What? How do they even find out about this place? Apparently, the attack was completely unexpected. That confusion spread even to Misaki as she listened. Redirect the active units to defense. Terrain-wise, we have the advantage. If we stay calm and defend thoroughly, we can repel them. No way. The interrogator suddenly looked at Misaki. You claimed you were with the Japanese Special Forces, right? I said I am, not claiming to be. I'm someone from a long-established special force unit that lives by the family motto of performing one good deed a day. You know, this girl's an idiot, normally. But she's actually kind of clever when she wants to be. What is that even supposed to mean? Whether it's long established or not doesn't matter. If we give you a weapon, can you help us? Of course, I can't ignore people in trouble. Misaki answered instantly, meeting the interrogator's gaze head on. Faced with her overwhelming sincerity, the interrogator let out a sigh. Fine. You're really letting me go? Is this supposed to be Misaki or the Vigilante? And also, I just noticed Vigilante is typoed here. Did they screw that up? Yeah, they've been screwing it up for a while. Holy moly. Yeah, they've been... I just noticed that they typoed Vigilante this entire time. We may have equipment, but we're basically amateurs with no real combat experience. Even if we have the terrain advantage, it's still difficult to repel a surprise attack. Well, I suppose that's true. Interrogator, we'll have to release the detained terrorists too, even if they're terrorists, we can't just abandon them. That's totally right. Leave the fighting to me. I'll never turn a blind eye to people in need. I promise I'll keep my word. Keeping promises is a good deed too. Good deed. I've got a bad feeling about this. Chimera Beast. I like how they spawned in and died immediately. I forgot Phantasma was really, really big too. Fire art, ardent pyre round. Misaki loaded a prepared pill into the muzzle of her fear-forged weapon, then detonated it with a fire art, spreading the medicinal storm throughout the corridor. Fear-forged? The vaporized medicine permeated the air, touching Misaki's body and continuously restoring her wounds and stamina. As Misaki continued to recover, she became a living shield, cutting down every chimera bug that rushed at her, leaving none behind. You cannot pass. Using tactics impossible in the open forest and having fully mastered her ninja art, Misaki became an ironclad gatekeeper. allowing no one to advance deeper into the passage. Chimera bug corpses piled up before her, and the number of attackers gradually dwindled. I can still do this. Ugh. At that moment, a sharp strike came from the blind spot among the bugs. With her senses heightened by the medicine, Misaki reacted instantly, countering with a kick. Gick? Huh? The sensation that met her foot was nothing like the hardened body of a chimera bug, and Misaki cried out in surprise. Miss Yachio? Misaki, you're safe. Wait, why are you fighting alongside the civilians? Huh? Civilians? No, I was trying to stop the terrorists who attacked this vigilante headquarters. Terrorists? No, this is a civilian headquarters, though. Eh? Mic test. Sound level's good. This is Clarissa. Hacking into the base facility is 80% complete. Even Clarissa? Then this really is a civilian base? I told you. Before Misaki was captured by the Chinatown vigilantes, after receiving Misaki's message, Kozue's group was heading toward the forest she indicated. They also contacted Mizuha's group along the way, planning to rendezvous in the forest. However, upon arriving at the forest entrance, Kozue's group sensed an unsettling movement deeper inside while waiting. Doesn't look like Misaki's back yet. Yeah, the presence feels completely different, and it's too early for her to return from where she contacted us. Determining that the presence wasn't Misaki's, Kozue and the others hid themselves. What emerged from the forest was a mysterious woman seen in Clarissa's footage. She cautiously scanned her surroundings before walking out of the forest. According to Misaki's message, she should have entered a hidden door deep in the woods. Something's off. Misaki finding that woman might have been a trap in itself. We need to warn her, now. Kozue thought this as she put out her device to contact Misaki directly, but then... Gick? A sniper? The first bullet shattered her phone. The second was knocked aside by Yachio. Damn. They found us while we were hiding. They might have noticed our movements from the start. More importantly, hide behind me. If that's the case, then next, as if confirming Yachio's grim prediction, countless civilians burst from deeper in the forest, maintaining formation. Where did all these people come from? They predicted our movements and laid a trap. If that's the case, then Misaki. Let's not jump to conclusions. For now, we break through here. Okay. I'll hold out until we link up with Mizuha's group. Kozue then swung the iron ball chain to the shackles around her wrist. It doesn't look like it's attached to her wrist. It looks like she wields it like a flail. With monstrous strength unimaginable from her small frame, the iron ball, nearly the size of a human torso, soared through the air. Yachio left clear of its trajectory and, using the raw power of her massive body, sent civilians flying along the forest, along with the forest trees themselves. What the hell are these people? Fall back, you'll get caught in it. Use firearms. But the bullets were blocked by the violently whirling yet astonishingly precise chains, easily intercepted by Yachio's exceptional dynamic vision. Though initially startled by the ambush, both women were skilled enough to react even to sniper rifle rounds. Even shots fired from outside visible range were all visible to them. While Misaki was being held by civilians disguised as vigilantes, the two brought precious time by shocking the civilians with their opening moves. Soon after, screams echoed from outside the encirclement. Mizuha and Gwendolyn had begun their assault, with Nanao acting as Clarissa's escort. As Clarissa manipulated her handheld device, civilian equipment shut down with performance unimaginable for something so small. What? The screen just... Damn it, I can't see anything. I can't aim my gun. Isn't this just what happened in Metal Gear Solid 4? Hang on, my headphones are dying. Let me switch to a different pair. I'll be right back. Okay, that's better. This is pointless. Retreat. The mission is complete. Don't push it. Once Mizuha's squad joined, the tide of battle shifted instantly. No matter their numbers, they're amateurs who rely heavily on mechanical support. With their weapons disabled, all they can do is panic and retreat. Trying to beat us with machines instead of skill. Cute. V. Is this supposed to be like her way of saying like the peace sign or whatever? Wait. More importantly, you said the mission was complete, but I've got a bad feeling. Clarissa and Gwen. No, Mizuha, let me borrow your phone. Sure, but what about yours, Kozoi? It broke during the ambush. I wonder if this will be covered by expenses. Good thing Mizuha has a phone. Clarissa uses a high-performance device instead, and Gwen wouldn't carry a personal device on a mission. Also, Mothman, I mean, yeah, I use like these Bluetooth headphones that are normally used for phones, but they're like bone conduction, so they're very nice. And then I have like 2 pairs, so I can just like switch between them whenever I need to. Thinking that, Kozue borrowed the phone and called, but Misaki didn't answer. No connection. When they said the mission is complete, don't tell me Misaki. Did something happen to her? Don't say that. She's probably just been captured, right? Judging by the timing and the scale of the attack, our presence was likely already known. And if they had still attacked us, it means they're openly hostile towards the government. They may be prepared for that, but realistically, the civilians don't have the power for it. In that situation, killing Miss Misaki would bring them no benefit. It would be far more practical to detain her and use her as a bargaining chip. That's what I would do. At Gwen's words, Yachio's group let out a sigh of relief. Even Nanao, who had mentioned the worst case scenario, visibly relaxed. I agree. Besides, they probably wanted to extract information about us through Misaki from somewhere safe. Let's investigate the place where contact with Misaki was lost first. As Kozue's group headed deeper into the forest, they soon found something. Misaki's good deed badge. She treats that badge as something just as precious as her own life. Is that really so surprising? Looks like she just left it as a marker. What shocked Yachio and Nanao was the good deed badges, one they received from Misaki every time they performed a good deed in front of her. Half force, really, were scattered on the ground at regular intervals. I wonder if I should ask for like a good deed badge asset so I can like put it on my chest. Are those idiots actually stupid? This is practically screaming, follow me. No, Misaki carries a mountain of these badges with her. They probably thought losing 1 or 2 was just accidental. She carries that many? Wouldn't that just get in the way? The trail of good deed badges led Kozue's group to an unremarkable building inside Chinatown. When Clarissa hacked the nearby surveillance cameras, the footage clearly showed Misaki and soldiers equipped with civilian gear entering the building about 10 minutes earlier. These soldiers were walking on their own 2 feet, and the restraints on Misaki were minimal. It is blatantly suspicious. No way, the vigilante is colluding with civilian? Or they are 2 different names under the same organization. The name civilian makes a lot of people keep distance. What do you mean? The fake vigilante takes down civilian and spread their name, and persuade people who falsely trust that they save people from civilian to join the fake vigilante and never let them go. What an evil hoax. Wow, I didn't know you used such a hard word. I feel like that's a really big insult considering hoax is not a particularly hard word. She's treating her like a baby. Oh, okay. Thank you, Nanao. You said what I was thinking. Even during the talking, Clarissa kept hacking, and within a moment she acquired the map of the buildings inside and footage of the surveillance cameras. The footage showed Misaki was held and civilian members were released. It seems true that here is the secret base of the civilian, and the security is quite heavy. I don't think it would be easy to fight against those heavily armed guards, even if they are amateurs. I'll search around with Yachio and Nanao. Gwen, find us a route to break in from the skies. Clarissa, keep hacking this place and gather information. Feel free to use the Conquester if you need. The Conquest? What? I forgot what the Conquester was. Was that the satellite? Misa, keep on protecting Clarissa and join us in 10 minutes. Kozue's group then split up and started to find a way to break in and search for information on the inside of the building as much as they could. 10 minutes later. Chimera? Yes, they're everywhere in this base. I suppose they're to defend here. Besides, lots of drones work as programmed. I think I can hack into the place through them. I see. We noticed something while searching the place. Who are these people? What do you mean? Through interviewing people, we found that they are self-claimed vigilante, calling themselves civilians. They also say they are supported by the UFS while being associated in the Chinese Union. There's no consistency as if they want to hide their very existence. Perhaps all those are false, like when you want to hide the truth. Goodness, it's pretty annoying. Anyway, let's solve these problems one by one. First, we need to save Misaki. Clarissa, hack those chimera and drones from outside the building and overclock them. While they're making chaos, we will breach in. Aren't the chimera biological or are they cyborgs? Mizuha, oversee the whole operation. Gwen, you can't make the best of your agility in a small place like this, so take charge of protecting the two. Got it. Consider it done. Alright, let's go, Mizuha. The rest is on you, too. Don't worry. You'll see how great I am at this, said Mizuha and waved to the breaching team. I would like to play as Kozue. Kozue seems like a pretty fun character to play. With the flail, like the giant flail. Or the ball and chain, I guess, is what they call it. I wouldn't become a Kozue main, but I would love to play Kozue. Mic check, mic check, mic check loud and clear. This is Clarissa, facility hacking progress at 80%. Oh, Clarissa. Wow, this really was the basis of the civilian. Told you. What Kozue's group saw after breaking in was civilian protecting Misaki. The truth is, Misaki didn't realize the vigilantes were cooperating with the civilian. I heard you guys were terrorists. What is going on here? When Misaki returned to the interrogation room, but of course no one was there. They all fled while Misaki was wasting time. What? I was tricked. Misaki's too innocent and honest. Not that much, is it? Ah, sorry, I was thinking too loud. Seriously, that doesn't help at all. It's alright. If they have fled, we just need to catch them. The vigilante's track was lost in the facility, but Kozue calmed Misaki down. Sorry about that. Without being bewildered. Phantasma's outfit really doesn't leave a lot to the imagination, does it? I mean, I guess it makes sense. She's a succubus, but still. I still need to max out her skills. It took several days to investigate the Vigilantes' headquarters after saving Misaki and calling the Task Force HQ. After so many weapons and information remained in the facility, and it took time to retrieve data useful as countermeasures against the civilian. And she's the choir member you interviewed, isn't she? She is. A few days later, Kozue's group was again at the chapel of a women's university, the center of the incident. In the chapel, the suspicious girl who followed Misaki's tail was singing a hymn with the choir. Kozue stopped Misaki, who was about to jump in. Let's take a look. They might have gathered here without fleeing for a reason. Ugh. Misaki, who had already been fooled once, quietly grunted, troubled. Upon hearing it, Yachio pat her shoulder as a comfort, simmling bitterly. Sorry, I keep correcting these things. The hymn ended in a few minutes. The girl said goodbye to the other choir members, left the group, and approached Kozue's group. Took you long enough. Oh, wow, they actually gave her a portrait. That's interesting. Searching for the vigilante. Is this the right name? Anyway, searching their base took some time. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Little girl. She doesn't look that little. I did, but I knew you would come eventually, so waiting for you guys was fun. Too many eyes here. Shall we talk on the way? Girl, you're not in the position to talk like that. Calm down. We can decide to do what to do after hearing what she has to say, unless she resists. The girl left the chapel, smiling at Yachio, calm Misaki down. While walking in the Chinatown outside of the university, the girl started talking. Let me get this straight. From the beginning to the end, we made the facility look as if it was done by the UFS or the Chinese Union and leaked false information. But how did you know the civilian was a culprit? Yeah, the disguise was perfect. Honestly, we didn't know who did it. The more people we interviewed, the more we misunderstood lots of organizations were involved. But we have an excellent hacker. She even knows how to make use of artificial satellites. I see. No matter how perfect we disguised, you would eventually know with the power we couldn't imagine. It seemed the girl didn't expect someone to use artificial satellites in space. I think they spelled satellite correctly here. Let's see. Yeah, they spelled it here correctly here. Same here. That method was beyond what she could consider, and everything was revealed before the facility was taken down. Then, no matter how they try to conceal, what they want to conceal ought to be revealed. That's a little bit awkward. So we used the satellite, the Conquestor, and tracked everyone who fled the facility. And only you remained in the university, which is why we came to you. What about the others? They've all been captured. I see. The girl didn't look particularly surprised. It seemed as though she had anticipated this outcome all along from the point the task force breached in. The girl stopped, maybe because she realized everything's over. The member of the civilian, it looks like some of them want to make the world a better place. The girl started to say her true feelings hesitantly. But most of them are ordinary people whose sense of justice is exploited, disguised as people who do little kind things. The leadership is rotten to the core. They are no different from Nomad, which is they are against. I believe they were good people. People of justice, but they used victims and refugees besides. The civilians took the lead in worsening security following politicians. They became the corruption itself. And yet, increasing the number of people still support them in social media, and more people are tricked by them. However, the government is doing nothing about this. We stoop up to voice our complaints, but the civilian, as well as the government, are only thinking about using us. She looked at Kozue's group. She looked like she was about to cry. What should we, the weak ones, have done? Tell me, what were we supposed to do? Kozue couldn't answer that. She was an ordinary person, but Kozue was a Taimanin, people of power. I knew it. I knew you couldn't answer that. You people who's under control of the government, even with that power, can't give me an answer. So this is our answer. No. But still, Kozue knows that decision is wrong. At the girl's signal, the last of the civilians who had been hiding in Chinatown appeared. These were the ones who hadn't been on the front lines during the earlier incident, nor had they been at the secret base, which is why they could be off the grid even with Claris's hacking and tracking. The civilian members truly believe the girl and think they want to make the world a better place. As they pointed their weapons at Munakata, Kozue, and the others, the Taimanin had no choice but to raise theirs too. They are Taimanin, and this is the center of Chinatown. Protecting the weak is their duty. How do you guys think this fountain works? Look at this. How does this fountain work? Man, I'm fascinated by this fountain. I'm appreciating the fountain. Back off. This is such a weird fountain. Check it out. I want to appreciate the fountain. Go away. By the time Kozue's group started a battle, Mizuha, Clarissa, Gwendolyn, and Nao found the curse bomb at the chapel's basement. I knew it was here. Since the curse bomb had been used near the university, she had initially assumed the entire stock was at the secret base. However, after analyzing the data, the numbers didn't add up, so she suspected someone was operating independently of the main civilian. And if it were to be hidden in another place, the prime location was this chapel, a place where the mysterious girl Misaki found often visits. Although this was a prime location, it was just a location of many suspected places. Only 4 of us were deployed, and the searching we did on other places is worthless now. Oh well, we knew it was highly possible, but we couldn't be 100% sure. So, what now? Even if we retrieve this, it can explode in the middle of the city if they remotely detonate this. Although they found this, it was hard to figure out how to move this. A problem that was suggested from the beginning. Of course, I'm going to handle this here, as I said earlier. Someone's pretty confident. I'm confident with this, but I'm not sure, so I need your help. Gwen, keep watching the perimeter. Miss Kozue's group is drawing attention, but we can't guarantee we won't be targeted. Clarissa, please analyze the bomb. I'll lift the curse. What about me? Oh, you're going to help? Ouch. Isn't it obvious? It's annoying, and I don't believe justice and whatever, but I hate unnecessary sacrifice. Now smiled at Misa's words and asked the most important one. No matter what you do, nothing's going to help. It's too late. It's too late to reverse the means to voice our complaint. I know. I didn't notice. I didn't hear your voice asking for help. I just wanted to do good deeds, but I didn't realize what a good deed means. People I can see, people out of reach. I want to be a Taimanin who saves them all. That's impossible. It's too late. It's not. The girl clenched her teeth as if she was enduring pain, glared at Misaki, looking about to burst in tears. But Misaki didn't chicken out. She looked forward and stared right at the girl's eyes. I don't give up. Even if this is my limit, I don't give up because I don't want to. My friends will make time for me to achieve my dreams. I have friends who are great, clever, and have great minds. As soon as she said it, the girl looked at the direction where the university, the chapel, is. It can't be. It's too early to give her a clue. The mission hasn't finished. Huh? Was it too early? Kozue scolded Misaki, but it's too late now. In an instant, the girl pulled out a switch from the pocket and pressed it. However, nothing has changed, at least not the way she wanted. No explosion, no black smoke, no screams, nothing. At that moment, Kozue's mobile device rang, a brand new device she bought because her older one destroyed. Hello, keep it short, I'm busy now. Clarissa tampered with the bomb so that any signal can touch it. Stop her now. With that, the call was ended. Well, you heard her. Interfering me to the end, and you are not going to help. Wait. What? Was that a lie? Sorry, but this is our job. Besides, what you're doing is just an act of terrorist. I can't just sit and watch destructive behavior that harms everyone in the city. Grimoire Games, please hire a better proofreader or hire an actual proofreader because it's pretty clear that you guys don't have one. It's not over yet. Not yet. If I take you down and head to the university, I can still fire a beacon. With that, the girl kicked the box near her feet. Then a modified UFS enhanced exoskeleton inside it is equipped with her. Whoa, that looks powerful. We'll make sure the government hear our scream. Surely you have your belief, but the scream is not your own, but as low of innocent people, isn't it? We will stop you, because I believe there's another way and a better day will come tomorrow. For that, we will stop you from sacrificing tomorrow. I like how there's a store called Book On in the background, which is clearly a reference to Book Off. And let's see, what do we have here? One contents. I don't know what that's supposed to be. So yeah, Book On Asian recipes. More Asian recipes. Oh no, it's the same sign. Okay. This is worse than Starbucks. As the enhanced exoskeleton was destroyed, the girl's rampage stopped. No matter how strong her belief is, she's just an ordinary person. A few days later. What a relief. I can't even imagine how much damage would have been done if the cursed bomb exploded there. From what I know, it would have damaged the entire Chinatown, or even the neighboring prefectures. Sounds terrible. We could have died there, let alone writing a report. Although Kozue called for support to the Task Force HQ just in case, but could a single troop handle a disaster that huge? Really, thank God it didn't explode. Clarissa blocks the signal. Mizuha purifies the bomb's fuse. In the meantime, take the detonator from the girl and destroy it. It was a dangerous operation, as if walking on the edge, but it was not a miracle. The mission was achieved only because the opponent was an amateur, an ordinary person, and weak. Just think about what would have happened if it were done by a pro still terrifies me. You can say that again. Kozue and Mizuha were checking items confiscated from the secret base of the civilian. The self-claimed vigilante and the curse bomb and other weapons retire from this incident. Please. As commander of the operation, that was the final job. Well, I still got a report to write when I return. When will my next vacation be? One problem after another. Kozue sighed for the situation she was in, and while checking the numbers of weapons comparing the data from the hacking, the two realized the curse bomb was missing. How could this happen? Everyone involved and Clarissa with the Conquester should have tracked them. What should we do? Should we report this first? It's not a gun or ordinary bomb missing. It was the curse bomb that spreads curse, which lingers to the far future we were talking about. Knowing that, all the Kozue's hair stood up and she sweat cold sweat. Misaki's group, who didn't know something serious happened on the captain's side, was helping restoring damages in various places around and including the Chinatown. Why do we have to do this? We saved the city from the curse bomb, said Nanao, who was cleaning concretes and store signs destroyed from the fight at the center of the Chinatown. Just so you know, they were destroyed by the bullet Kozue dodged. Oh my days, Taimanin's missions are so bothersome. Oh yeah? I'd say it's good for training. The meal after this must be great, and I don't have to be bothered by any problems. I'd say it's the perfect situation. Says who has muscle brain. What I want is to sit back and be as lazy as much as possible. It's great you're still working busy with your hands despite what you said. 2 points to your good deeds. Do I look I need those? I keep mentally fixing these and then speaking without reading it properly. Nanao shouted, but the other two who doesn't care about her whining smiled cheerfully. Note to self, make sure I make a typo tracker for next Taimanin stream. I think we can finish cleaning this sector at this rate. Gwendolyn kept her head down to recover the sector she was appointed. You guys need to improve your work time efficiency. And Clarissa improved her efficiency by using the computing function of the Conquester and recovered her sector faster than anyone using the remaining drones of the civilian. These woman doesn't know it yet. That they are mixed up with a bigger problem. That's a sequel hook. Probably the next event, maybe. Alright, let's switch to a different character. Who we got? I haven't played Noah in a while. Let's play Noah. Ow. So we have Robert's Revenge, Roddy Malley, Mandy, and Caroline's Malice. Noah's very cute. I want to give her food. I want to pat her head and give her food. Demolished. Boss fight? I kind of wish that they'll like. I mean, I'm not sure what they'll do because I feel like the animations for Noah are kind of wonky because she just like randomly increased the size and. Sorry about that. I know they already redid, they renewed Noah's animations, and that's why she like gets bigger like this. But maybe they could do a little bit better. I wonder if Noah's gonna appear in Taimanin Squad. I don't think she's been confirmed for Taimanin Squad yet. Nice. You know what? Let's switch characters real quick. Let's see. I could do Asagi. Oh, you know what? Ozma. I mean, I could train Ozma. Yeah, let's do Ozma. Let's bonk him on the head with a stick. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Why did the game audio go away? Hang on. Why did the game audio change there? Wait. Eh? Why is that set there? That's so weird. That was weird. Thanks for pointing out, Mothman. That was weird. It just like changed it randomly. I have no idea why. Oh, I got hit. Okay, I gotta redo that. I got hit too many times. By the way, I might have a new assets for tomorrow's stream, and it will probably become a fixture on my stream. I just need to get approval to use it, but look forward to it. Okay, I'm still less than 30 hits. That's good. Nice. Oh, you know, I think what might have happened? I think when I alt-tabbed the game, or well, not really alt-tabbed, but like I tabbed off of the game for some reason. Like the game was counted as like closed or something on like as far as the OBS was concerned, and it changed it because of that. I don't know. OBS is sometimes kind of weird. I'm just gonna ult this guy and just explode him. Yep, exploded. Section 3. Alright, so I have 3 more stages, and then I can probably get away with doing some of the bonus stages, and then I'll probably have to call the stream. Because we'll be at time. Let's try. Yep. Ozma is really cool. I like her as a character. I wonder if my Osmo can handle the bonus levels. Because the bonus levels usually have like some super inflated stats. And I generally bring in like my super like well-built characters just to be safe, but I mean I think I'll be using White for most of them because she's got self-sufficiency. Oh, there's a character with a bigger stick. Hang on, I'll play her next. I'll play her next. Nice. Just immediately blow them all away with that one skill. I'll switch to the bigger stick girl this time. Where is she? Oh wow, she's my weakest character? Seriously? I didn't know that. Do I have any weapons for her? Oh, I have this. Why is she not using this? Okay, hang on, I'll quit that. Yep. Well, I don't think she walks very softly, all things considered. Of course she does, yeah. I mean, it's Taimanin. What do you expect? How do you play? Okay, so Flame Flick is perfect dodge. Onigoroshi is dodge after I do special combo under. Jeez. Okay, I don't think I'm getting the hit less than 30 times bonus. Oh, I still have it. Oh crap! I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally used my weapon skill. Oni jeans or something else. Oni jeans or something else, brother. Alright, that buffs her attack temporarily. A little closer. Okay, so... That's not good. A little closer. That's unfortunate. Do I need to... You know, I'm probably not using her skills, like, setup to, like, the best of its ability. Unfortunately, my Francis might not be the best character to use for this, but... Oh, That was a kill at least. So she busts herself with that. A little closer. Oh, that's an interesting one. Pink. It's probably going to be the cyborg that will be the final boss of the run. Bonk. Nice. Another boss? Nope, not yet. Oh, nice. I got them all with that. 10 out of 10. Bonk. 1.7 mil damage. Wow, that's impressive. She's not even built that up that much. Bonk. I don't think my Francis can handle the next levels, so I'm gonna switch to white. Who's next? Oh, it does switch. A little closer. Bonk. She's so big. She's huge. Alright, let's switch to a character with some self-sustain. These guys are tough. It's not very often that... Oh, okay, I whiff all of those. What's up? Just immediately hit him with a quake. Yeah, my white's somewhat stronger than my Francis or my Ozma. Stay down. Oh shoot, I'm stunned. Oh yeah, I'll be able to open up the final boss with an ult. Nice. Let's do the ult. I forgot about the ult. Summon Legion, explode Legion. Heck yeah. Alright, one more. Particle charge is reduced. Oh, well. That kind of sucks. Oh, let's see. $88K. 103, 132, 115, 117, 101. Do I have like a costume that isn't like super revealing for Ingrid? Oh wait, I think I have her idol costume, do I? No, I don't. I could use this one. Okay. I mean, I guess if I want to stay on brand, I could still use white because white's considered a knight. She's the Revenant Knight. Ingrid is the Hell Knight. Demon Swordsman? Oh, Demon Swordsmanship is a combo upgrader. Oh, what do you mean, sure? Ingrid's a knight. White's a knight. You know, all things considered, I probably should have stuck with white. She has a self-sufficiency, so she can heal. With Ingrid, I don't have any heal, I don't think. I don't think Ingrid has a base kit heal. Ow. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage. Alright, let's all... Nice. Yeah, my Ingrid's not that weak, actually. I wonder if I can, like, give her some like, form of self-sustain. I don't know what kind of build she has, though. If she has a blue build, I can put in Akita, I think. That would give her some healing, like some passive healing, but that's like very high skill level healing because it's like you take damage and then after you take damage, yeah. But I don't know if it's because of item pickups. I think it's because of item pickups. So. Oh, that just instantly melted them. Okay. There's some clipping issue here. Yeah, let me check my Ingrid's build real quick. So let's see, supporter. Oh, okay, so she's a red build right now. Critical hit rate of demon allies by 16%. Throw a flaming sword forward, dealing damage equal to 1,220% of attack. Inflict 30% critical resistance decrease on target. That's pretty high. Each critical hit increases damage dealt by 13.5% for 5 seconds. Increases critical damage. Yeah, so I want to use a crit build if I want to use this setup. This is good for her. Wait. No, I take more damage with this. Okay, so I'm going to use a red build with her. Who should I use? Rinko, maybe? No, she busts machines and humans. Skill point gain, no, definitely not. Machine human. No. This is damage, increases skill. This isn't bad. I could use Summer Furfur. She's not maxed out though. So I'd be losing a significant amount of stat points here. But I mean, I guess I could always boost her up. Yeah. What about Eleanor? Damage dealt to all enemies proportionate. Oh, she needs to be white status. Oh, all attacks by 30%. Okay, this might be good enough. Critical rate of ranged attacks. She doesn't have ranged attacks. Disarmed enemies. Suppress type penetration. Increase melee damage. Disarmed enemies. I'm not sure I want Evil Heat Blast. What about Evil Bloom? Three additional attacks, super armor, pierce the dragon. What's this? Oh, this is not bad. Yeah, so that's one I'm using. Absolute Incinerate. Immediately cancels skill retreats, leaving a trail of fire behind. Oh, that's interesting. Can I change her hair? Oh, I can. Okay. Yeah, I like this hair more, so let's equip this. Exactly. Let me deal with the Tama 5 VR real quick. I wonder if I can do this one in less than a minute. Let's see. That's all three of them. Strong against suppress. Okay. That might not be good. I think White's a suppress character. Okay, so that's one down. Nah, that's not good. A little more. Oh, nice. We did it. Yeah, they're basically discount mech warriors. The description of them is actually pretty funny. Nice, I got the auto finish. Okay, cool. So let's see, challenge this. This should be enough. Yep, that was enough. More than enough, actually. So if you go to the collection, monster is under... Oh, there's no way to like filter enemies. Unfortunate. Right here. LWS squad. A squad of 3 lethal weapon systems walkers. From the outside, the cockpit looks like it's protected by tempered glass so the inside cannot be seen. But it's actually not a cockpit. In fact, it's not even a manned aircraft. Each aircraft is labeled as captain or battlestar and so on, as if to reflect the role and personality of the pilot, but in reality, they are all drones operated by the same AI. Their movements appear as if they are communicating with each other, or just calculated to look that way, so even if the LWS captain is defeated, the coordination will not be disrupted. The part disguised as a cockpit is only to induce the illusion that there is a human manning the aircraft and that it's a weak point. In reality, it's just loaded with equipment that won't cause any problems, even if it's damaged. Drop your weapons and surrender. You have 20 seconds. The system voice is so robotic. No one's going to believe there's a person in the cockpit like this. So this one's Battlestar, this one's Captain, and I forgot what this one was called. Oh, you know what? Can I try her out? ED209 reference? I didn't know that. She's a protect character. Oh, I can't wait to get this girl. Taimanin, Gosha Academy student. She works hard every day as a class representative. A little clumsy, but always puts a bright smile on her face. Possesses unbelievably powerful physical strength, even among Taimanins. Despite her status as a student, she often goes out on missions. Despite her outstanding physical abilities, it's always her clumsiness that keeps her from being perfect. Earth Art Ninja. She fights in a style applying Earth Art to her own fist. Furthermore, her exclusive weapon is a prototype scroll bullet, which enables her to use abilities other than Earth Art. ED209 reference. I don't know what ED209 is. Oh, that's okay, so that's interesting. Can I? Okay. Oh, I like that animation. Taiwan Art Thunder Shoulder. ED209 is that goofy ass robot in RoboCop. I'll have. Oh, so that's what it is. Okay, all right. I forgot that was the name of it. Oh, that's cool. I like that one. Immediately before an enemy attack. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Wait, is that, she has 2 dodges? Oh, immediately after an attack. Okay, so that's a counter attack. That's not bad. Immediately after an attack. That's pretty cool. Which one was it? It was the dragon, wasn't it? I'm sure Dragonfall. Yeah, this one. I want to see her ultimate. Nice. I have to wait 2 weeks to get Marty, which sucks. No subs? Oh, unfortunate. Yeah. Unfortunate. Okay. I'm gonna have to wait 2 weeks to get Marty. That is unfortunate. Let's see. Complete event story, Total War. How many points do I need? 600. Okay, so I need all daily quests 100 times. Okay, skill facility. EXP training facility. I think Osmo still needs it. So Osmo's right here. Do they have another character who can get EXP, or is it only Osmo? Could have sworn I had another character that could. Oh, Yatu Murasaki. Nice. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Alright. I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Sorry about the tick issues. Next time I will get. I will need to remember to change the settings on OBS for once. Alright, so let's go to the stream end and let's see who we can raid on Twitch. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Tomorrow is going to be more Castlevania, Order of Ecclesia, Albus mode. Albus hard mode, I should say. Oh. Sorry, Zydo. Yeah, you missed Action Taimanin. Oh, it's only Jukes Hana. Okay. Alright, well, thanks for tuning in, everyone. I will be sending y'all to Jukes Hano if you want to stick around. And if not, then thank you for tuning in regardless. I will be more Castlevania tomorrow.